self-mastery, all kind of good stuff. So welcome. Today we're going to, this week is dedicated to the Panelverse. We have our competition going on between collaborators, which we will have on Sunday and find a winner. So this week's going to be devoted to tools we can use specifically here in the Panelverse to help us navigate this wild and wonderful place that we call a second home. This will probably be, I think tomorrow I'll do another forge and leave it open. And then after that, starting on Wednesday, I think I'm going to put this behind the membership tier. And this will be the members only streams from now on. So those that want to learn a little bit more or go a little bit deeper into the material, this is the stream to join up. So we talked last week about steel and it being too hard or too soft and needing to bend when it needs to and needing to hold fast when it needs to. And if it's too hard or too soft, it compromises the material's ability to do either. And then this morning we talked about being able to yield, like trying to over control or over dominate something that is not going to be responsive to that approach, to that degree of attempted domination. And so in those environments, often a better approach is to figure out when to stop dominating and yield or submit to the moment, the process, some other outcome. So today I want to see if we can develop a few tools to help us to do that. And I think two important ones that I'm thinking of, because this is the Panelverse and we talk about navigating it a lot and kind of riding it like a wave, surfing it, rather than try to control it. So I think something like a rudder to help with that navigation and a compass. So today, let's try to see if we can come out of this stream with some kind of compass to tell us where we are internally in relation to the Panelverse, and then a rudder to help us sense those currents and learn to yield to them. Because if you yield to a current, or if you yield to a wind stream at your back, that's empowerment. You're yielding to something that's greater than you, that's going to take you where you're trying to go. So you have to spend less of your energy, and you could take advantage of the power of something larger than you to get you there. So it's not a yielding from weakness or defeat. It's a yielding from recognizing an opportunity to maximize your efforts. Now the compass, it's going to come as no surprise, I'm going to tell you right now, is your body. I know when I'm moving around on YouTube through the different channels and panels and panel characters and the people that come on here, or I see some, I could even be watching a panel, not even participating. I could be on my couch, browsing through YouTube, pull up a panel, watch it, and I see something that I have a reaction to. So it doesn't even have to be me participating in it. But when I'm on YouTube, I'm kind of at a baseline of curiosity, excitement, or stimulation, openness. I'm waiting to see what happens next, what comes next. I'm usually having some interesting to me conversation that's exciting me. Hey, OTW. Welcome. And so my emotions are kind of like activate, like positive and active and open. And that's my normal state in the Panelverse. So if I feel that start to change, and the main way it changes is that anger, that fury, that rage. It happens so instantly. It happens in real life too. I guess it's kind of like road rage, maybe you could analogize it to. Hey, Bart, where you have a certain expectation when you get in your car and you're on the road of how the cars around you are going to behave. Fun with dirt, long time. Good to see you, my friend. And when they do something that violates that expectation and puts you at like puts your goal at what you're trying to do at risk or appears to put it at risk, you get this like sudden like that motherfucker, what is this asshole do? It just comes over you. It's just an instant one expectation, the reality is something drastically different. Emotion, body. It's like a little pilot light that just burst into flame, into a furnace. It happens so instantly. And I used to know the chemicals involved: adrenaline, cortisol, neuroepinephrine, maybe. Don't quote me on this. I'm not medical. Please look it up yourself or ask the AI. But there's chemicals that your body is releasing in that moment, like instantaneously. The speed at which it happens is one clue. That's what catches me by surprise the most. Is I'll be at that cool little funky bass line, and all of a sudden I'll see something in a chat, I'll hear something on a panel, somebody will say something, I'll hear my name. Furnace. And I will stay in that state until I get myself out of it. And we've talked in other streams about tools to do that, that problem solving, kind of laying it out, spreading it on the table, and seeing what the different parts are, what we're looking at. But that's a process I've had to learn, and it happens over time. And I've gotten the time very short, but it's not an instant thing. There's not an off button for this fury when it takes over. And so noticing when my body is changing, when it's putting out those chemicals, and when it's angry, it's in war mode. It's ready to fight. It's ready to destroy, it's ready to club and bash and smash until it gets reality aligned back with the expectation. I guess another good tool, now that I'm thinking about it, we need a way to distinguish fantasy from reality because we carry around fantasy versions of the people here. And this is common with parasocial relationships, celebrities, musical artists. In my day, you'd hear artists complain that if they want to go in a new direction, the fans push back and start to turn against them, and so they feel obligated to keep giving the fans what they want because the fans have this fantasy image of this celebrity, and they're not allowed to like be real people and make different creative choices. They have to keep the audience. They have to play into this fantasy image. And so we all come to the panelverse, I think, with fantasy images, good and bad, of people. People have images of me which are very distorted in a negative way. And they're probably out there, people that idolize me, idealize me, and see me better than I am. But I encounter more of the former. And so what's happening in these moments when we're feeling that heat and that fire from having reality thwart our expectations. That's the tyrant in us, the bully, the toddler. And it's the fantasy version of the person colliding with the reality of who the person actually is. And when who the person actually is not conforming to our will, our expectation, we get furious. It's an anger born of control. Like this person is not doing what I think they should be doing, what my fantasy of them would have them doing. And I can't reconcile the difference right now. I just want to bluntly shape reality back into my fantasy vision of it. And so there's a process when that happens, and I've talked about it in other episodes, and we can go deeper into it in future episodes. But right now, I want to key you into that bodily change because for me, that's the number one clue on my compass. That's my compass needle spinning, saying, dude, red alert. This is a moment where you have to be very discerning. You have to use a lot of discernment right now to figure out which path to take. Is it the path of conflict, Do you need to fight this out? The thing that's in you. A lot of times it's me punishing somebody else for my own shadow, like working out my own shadow through somebody else, which is bad. You don't like it when it's done to you. It's not something you should be doing to other people, using them as a prop in your own psychodrama. There's better ways to work out your darkness. But sometimes it's that. It's an opportunity to do some shadow work on somebody else or through somebody else without their consent, by the way. Or is it one of those times to bend, yield? And instead of bending and yielding, I'm going to get to the rudder thing. And I'm going to offer the image of, is there a current that's showing up that you can ride forward? That would be the better option than the conflict or the confusion, or even you can do the process of like unpacking this rage and trying to understand it and figure out how it applies to you more than what's going on in the panel verse, etc. But that's a process. Sometimes it could take weeks even. In the immediate moment, it might be better to look for a current that you can give yourself over to emotionally, psychologically in the moment. And I've encountered a few of this is what I'm here to share, I think, with this episode, because this is what I've encountered the last few weeks. That is new to me. It's a form of growth for me, because I'm not used to doing this. I'm used to pushing forward. I have a lot of persistence and bashing up against the problem until it does what I want it to do, one way or the other. And if blunt force doesn't work, I can manipulate and do behind the scenes stuff like shadow magic. Either way, none of those are ideal options if you're trying to be a good person and grow and build community and all that other stuff. Hey, Pero. It's in the Discord, and there's the episode that says the matchup. I think it's the Great 2025 matchup or something. In the description has a list. And I can go over them again today in just a minute after I wrap up. What was I talking about? That those little moments. So my instinct is to just keep bashing on the problem and fighting and escalating and until I get to the level of the hierarchy where I could get my will enacted. I call it my problem solved, but that's what it is. I can get my way. I can restore reality to how I think it should be, my norm. But what I'm learning is you can't always do that, especially in this medium for whatever reason. You're not in physical like proximity to the people. They can disappear, they can zap out, they can teleport, they can ghost. Like you can't just sit there and bash on people here. They don't have the concrete existence that they have in reality. It's too fluid here. It's like trying to bash a dream character. So what I've learned is first of all, you have to do a lot of self-reflection, because one thing that's telling you when you have to bash like that is whatever it is you think you want is probably not even the thing in the situation that's going to give you your best outcome. So part of it is you pausing and analyzing and being open to course correcting, because maybe it's your goal, your will, your vision for the moment that's not aligned with the greater possibility that you're missing. So you do that reflection, but then once you decide on a course of action, you commit to, okay, if I'm not going to do this thing, I'm going to do this instead, or I'm still want this thing to happen, I'm just going to do it in a different way. So once you settle on a new course of action, you can stop bashing and stop being rigid and fighting the current. And you can find that little moment to kind of blend into it. Like it's when you put your canoe in the water and you let the natural flow of the creek kind of start to take it, and you get that momentum. that helps you start off. That's what you're looking for here. And your rudder can help you stay in that. And it's a sense, it's an inner sense. And that's what it was for me. It was a sense inside of I could keep bashing up against this problem and insisting that things be this one way, or I can give that up, step back, drop it, put it down, and just acknowledge it's not going to happen the way you want. If you want it to happen, you have to submit. You have to just open yourself, jump into the current, and work with it. Let it take you where you're trying to go. Because there's other people using the same current. We're all kind of pushing and pulling in this one current. And we have to work with everybody else that's working with it to all get where we want to go. It's a larger process. Nobody controls it. So if you can tune into your inner compass, your inner bodily sensations that are telling you when something's off, be the wave, that's beautiful. And use that to take those pauses and analyze and figure out a new opportunity. Because that's probably a signal of two things. A, you're off course. What you think you want is not aligned with this process. And there's a better way to get there. So look for those two things. And then when you find that better way, it's often going to involve just yielding to the larger whatever's happening. The 2 or 3 times I've had to do that lately, and believe me, I was gritting my teeth, I was holding my fist, I was doing all of that. But I did the submit thing instead. And believe it or not, when I did that, when I intentionally made the decision to, okay, I'm just going to go with it, all of that went away. That impulse to fight, and I didn't have to grit anymore, I didn't have to clench, that went away. Once I fully gave myself over, that disappears. And I started to have to ride the flow. I still had some control over it, some influence over it, but I didn't have domination. I didn't have control. I could actively participate with it, but I couldn't dictate the outcome. And once I was able to switch over into like that modality, that way of thinking, the panelverse started working for me. And so we're going to keep that in mind, collaborators and competitors. Keep that in mind. We're going to see what happens with that. So that's the topics I have today. I have some questions, like some prompts to go along with that if we need them to spur discussion. But I'm going to drop the link, and people can come on up and chit chat. Also, this is a place to bring your own problems or issues or scenarios, and we can look at them together, and we can problem solve, and we can use some of the tools that we're developing on them. So that's also welcomed here as well. And I believe we have some more art to look at, some chicken and some moose. We have the whole menagerie this morning. All right, give me 1 second. All right. Let me look at comments. Okay, so Pero, if you're there, it's I should know it by now. Me and Goblin, and I think we're getting some. We're headed toward a fun idea that I think you're all gonna like and appreciate. It is TML and Zephyr. It is Shift Happens and What's Up Cynthia. It is Moose and Kane's Catharsis, Flow State and Uncle Fatty, Landry and Joe Cool, and Jack Talcott and OTW. So these are all, there's not a one of these I'm not excited to see how they work together and what they come up with. What? Me? Proper? No, I meant like using people as a that's what narcissists do. They don't get to know the person as the person. They know them as a prop that they can project onto or use them in their like psychodrama that they're enacting out to keep up their narcissistic fantasy so they don't decompensate and have to face the void and emptiness that's behind it all. But a paddle and ball gag does have its uses in certain contexts. And so, yes, that could be a prop. I am kind of not surprised that you know about that. When can we look forward to, speaking of dominance and submission, um, S&M chicken, S&M cow? You could do like cheesy gay Italo disco dance music and put them in a leather bar. All right, let's get Mr. Frank up here and oh, I guess this is just a short that's a clip of an existing video. I thought Moose had put up a new one. Let's check Mr. Cow. Happy chicken, happy cow. There's the is it the one with the it looks like Tibetan writing and the cow has a chicken rooster comb on its head? It's probably that one, huh? Coo and cluck. Oh. So not the Siberian, Mongolian, Tibetan cow thing. But I do want to hear that one. It looks so fun. And it looks like an actual cow and chicken instead of Pixar animations. All right, well, I have it queued up and we'll use it for our intermission music. Piss music. Mm. Oh, nice. Well, that'll be good. That'll be a rare international treat. All right, so I guess let me see if there's anything I can throw out there. Where do you notice yourself tightening your grip? Yeah, that could be a sign. That's that control thing. For me, it shows up in anger. Anger is a sign that I'm trying to control something. But for some people, it might be a doubling down. Like I'm not getting the outcome I want. I see it slipping away. Let me double my efforts to try to make it happen as I'm losing it. Um, they talk about no. Let's give that one. Let's see. How do you trust the process? That's important. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. This process I keep talking about in like quasi mystical terms. Why do I even trust it? Why am I advocating for it? I don't know other than that it worked. It worked. When I started trusting it, things got better. We got peace in the panelverse. We have a contest going on now with people working together and doing creativity. And it's getting me closer to what I was trying to do. The way I was trying to do it was not getting me there. And so I trust it because so far it worked. It's working. It's working beyond anything I could have imagined it doing. But you have to find your own trust. Do it in small steps. Trust. The thing about trust, trust does not have to be 100%. Oh, hey Moose. Um. Oh yeah, Frank. I forgot to take your wrench, but I see you using it very responsibly. Moose, I might even give you one back if you want. You were always. It was nothing personal in taking yours away. I just took them all. But you were always a very reliable wrench. Um, shit, what was I talking about? The trust. It doesn't have to be like 100% blind trust, sign your life away. It can be like a very targeted, specific type of trust. Like I trust this person for this one specific thing. Like you trust your mechanic to be able to fix your car. You don't have to trust him with your problems or trust him around your girlfriend or any. You just have to trust him for that one thing. And so when you're submitting to this process and building this trust, take little small steps. Just try trusting it for something specific and small and see how that works. If it gets scary or doesn't work out, just step back out and come here. We'll talk about it. Figure out how to reorient it. We'll try it again. But I am doing this. Everything I do on this channel is drawn from my own experience. That's our personal story is the number one tool that peer counselors work with. Everything I tell you is because I've tried it. This is my experience with it. This is what worked for me. This is what didn't work for me. It's not dogma. It's not authority. It's just me sharing my experience with something. And so for me, the trust so far it's work. Like it seems like it's working. So I'm at least one person that trust was able to be built with. So if that's any little encouragement to anybody, don't give up. Try to build your own trust with this process. See what happens. I think that's what a lot of us are doing with this contest. Girls like reliable wrenches. I do too. I like reliability in general. That's one reason I try to give it. I've never had an issue being reliable. I'm always where say I'm gonna be when I say I'm gonna be. I do what I say I'm gonna do at work. I get the stuff done that they assign me to do. They don't have to. What I learned at my last job is that you're doing a good job when you never see your manager. Nobody ever had to come talk to me about shit. They never had to come monitor me or look at me. They just left me alone because they knew I was doing the work I was supposed to do. I was reliable. And that was the best feedback I got, was no feedback, was keep doing what you're doing. It's weird how much I kind of miss it. I'm having work withdrawals. It's weird not... I love that little world. It's weird not having that to go to anymore. It's like it was all a dream. All right. Well, wow. Not even half an hour. Let's do cow and chicken, Bollywood style. From Just Frank. But it's hard to... Not just Frank anymore. Frank is so much more than just Frank, as we're all seeing. All of us are kind of more than we thought we were. All right, can y'all hear it? Here we go. All right, I'll be back.
खेत में दौड़ रही है, गाय तालाब से पानी पी रही है, मुर्गी खुश है, गाय चॉकलेट वाला दूध दे रही है, वे दोस्त है, ये अच्छा है। नया साल शुरू होने वाला है, नया साल शुरू होने वाला है, बहुत अच्छा बहुत अच्छा गा खुश है वे आज रात नाचेंगे मुर्गी खुश
It kind of sounds like Kate. I heard Kate
गाय
Bush.
खुश
That's how her works. She uses the drum program too. See, it's a picture of a old cow with some silly thing on his head, walking around with a chicken. You would not think that you would hear the stuff in this music that you hear from just looking at that picture. Is it over already? Was that the end? I guess so. Thank you, Frank. That was almost spiritual. Wow. Lots more AI art to come. And Moose has a 24-hour AI radio channel too. So if you sub to the producer Moose, I think Frank dropped the link. Yeah, no, absolutely. Landry and the Brain, I think, is one of your best works. That is setting a standard for AI art, at least for me. Yeah, we'll watch that one. And let me do this. There you go. All right, let me grab it here. If you haven't been turned on to the Moose yet, get ready to be astounded. This is a short he did recently called Landry and the Brain. Oh wait, hang on one second. Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to drop for this one so that he can have the full screen. It's worth it. Landry and the Brain from the artist and producer Moose.
Moose, what do you wanna do tonight? The same thing we do every night.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. The power of great art. I feel it. Frank, that should get an Oscar. I'm serious. That's like a sweeping Hollywood epic. Did how much of it was your like lyrics? And when you do your songs, do you lay it down by instrument or by track, or do you just have the AI generate it like through from a description? I guess how much detail do you put into your music? Is what I'm asking. Because Frank puts a lot. Frank and Zephyr both. They build from very small building blocks. All right. Well, let's see. I guess I can go a little longer. Maybe make it an hour. These midday ones tend to be shorter anyway because they're so hands-on. If anyone has any problems, y'all can come up. We'll take a look at them. Bring them up to the lab. Lay them on the slab. I'll shiver with Antissa. Say it, say it, say it. Okay, I'll leave it there. Everyone, those who know, know. Yeah, I think tomorrow we'll look at, we're missing one of the most important tools of all, and that's a damn boat to put all this other stuff on. So tomorrow, maybe we'll look at building that boat because that is what we need to learn to trust. If we have a good sound boat built, it's going to be a lot easier to trust the current of this mystical process that is the Paddleverse. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I do. Someone someone sent me a list. It might have even been Frank. It's a website and like it breaks all the styles down into different instruments and descriptions and stuff for you to plug into the AI. And you could like take bands and it tells you what they sound like and then you can go to this menu and get those specific sound prompts. So it's a way of getting very specific styles from existing bands and music and translating them to AI prompts. You have a good, yeah, I know, I like the persona idea. You have a good, consistent, three or four strong personas emerging musical personas, visual personas. And then you said your lyrics are like about half and half. That's more than mine are. I might think of a line or two to get it started. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of what when we do the problem solving, we do the same thing. We take the problem, we break it down, and then we rebuild it with the parts in a different way. It's interesting that the artistic process, the creative process, and the personal growth process are all very similar, if not identical. All right, we have a guest. Speaking of creative processes,
Can you hear me?
welcome.
Am I coming in clear?
Talk a little bit.
Testing, testing.
Yeah, I think you're here.
All right, cool.
What's up?
Um, don't know, don't know. Hi, there we go.
I think you are coming in a little fuzzy. Is that your new camera?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say you upgraded your camera?
hmm
Because I'm looking to do the same. That one's really sharp.
Yeah, this one's cheap.
I need a what kind is it?
Logitech.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe send me the specs on it maybe. And because I just need a something like that that's 1080.
Yeah, it's good. It works.
So what's going on?
Oh, I just came up here real quick to see what's cracking, what's shaking, bacon. You know what I mean?
Just building tools and talking growth. This week it's all about the panelverse.
So, do you
So
think you have a chance to win?
the more all right, I think we have a chance to make a very strong impression. Let me say that. The more our idea is forming, the more I think it's going to appeal to this audience in a fun, creative way.
I
So
like
I
it.
don't know if it's gonna. You're like the one to be. This is your game to lose. The word on
I
the
know.
street is.
I, I know. You said that you built me up a lot. You said, "Oh,
You built yourself up. You just showed us one of your videos.
well, we'll see. We'll see what we
Yep,
can do."
we'll see. But
Um,
I've decided to play nice and friendly and not sabotage. I want all my competitors to do their best, and I'm excited to see all the good work that comes at the end.
you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of that one cartoon where with all the cars, they're driving the cars around the track, and they try to sabotage each other.
Oh, like is it Speed Buggy?
Speed buggy, I think it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
used to watch that. I forgot about that. Hey, Frequency. Yeah,
that, that's an old school one, but that's what it makes me think of. Like we're all like competing,
I
and
know.
then
I that's a me thing. I'm very competitive. I get very hyper competitive.
the best thing you could do is just bust out what's the best 5 minutes you can possibly do.
Yep, yep. That's what I came to. Focus on my project, make it as best I can, and stop worrying about what the competitors are doing.
Goblin is a straight up wild card, but you know what? Like that, you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, he does video. He has some video talent, so we're gonna take advantage of that.
Oh, I know he does.
So yeah, give us. We're gonna give you a run for your money. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna beat you,
There you go.
but
That's
we're gonna
that's all it is.
entertain and give everyone a run for their money.
I reached out to Kane and on his YouTube and on Discord, so hopefully my partner is still in the race.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully he is because he was supposed to let me know officially the day we spun the wheel, and because I didn't hear from him, I just assumed that he was in. Um, if not, we might have to replace you. But you know what? I don't think anyone's gonna feel too bad about that because that helps the. Seriously, it's like if anyone needs a handicap, it's you. So maybe your partner will get swapped out at the in the next day or so. But also, this is a chance to collaborate with one of the greats if somebody wants to step up. If Kane ends up not doing it, we have a spot to fill. Frequency, you might be a good person. After I talk, yeah, Frank, I did say I'm kind of glad that you didn't throw your hat in after seeing some of this music you're putting out. Don't sleep on Frank.
I think he should throw his hat in though, because I think that like people like him will. I don't know. I just think it's cool to like see what people do. It's like going to the school fair and seeing what people build,
Yeah,
or the town fair or whatever. You know.
yeah. Do they still do those? We used to have church fairs. That was like our
Y-
version of it. But the whole
Yeah, we still
community
have
came
county
out for a
fairs.
day, and they had the best hamburgers. Yeah, like little things like that that build community in person. Here they have stuff like farmers market and little like downtown events now and then. Are you working today?
I already worked.
You're off? Oh my God. It's way later than I thought it was. Okay, I thought it was around noon.
Oh
No,
yeah,
it's the day is wrapping up, folks.
it is. It's coming to an end here.
So what do you have going today? You're working on art and panel hopping?
Yeah, I've got a few different things that I'm working on right now, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed within the next hour because
Oh,
I
okay.
wake up at 4 a.m. to go to work.
Well,
So,
you're doing a good thing. You know how I feel about people that keep society going, so thank you.
praise God, and I hope you have a wonderful time and a wonderful night, and I hope that you get something positive and constructive going on, folks. If you find some value here, feel free to share that fiat
Oh,
currency.
like old times.
And
A moose pitch.
and if you don't have any money, don't feel bad. You could hit that like button. The like button's free, right? Just like your mother.
Just
Praise God.
the like button is free, and if you don't have money, you could keep watching, you could keep coming here hanging out, you could keep participating in chat, and you could tell your friends and spread the word. We're trying to build community here, we're trying to do good things, we're making good art, having great conversations, sometimes about art. If you're interested, a few days ago, Moose stopped by and he gave us a look into his creative process of how he makes these videos. And we had a good conversation about the creative process. So you can catch that too. Oh, okay. Do you, is it copyrighted? That's the only thing I worry about. But yeah, at least drop the link and I will take a look at it and make a judgment. So tomorrow, I guess we will work on our boat. We will try to build a trusty vehicle that we can navigate this panelverse in and attach our rudder to and use our compass with. Oh, look at this. I wonder who could this be? This is Moose's other channel, by the way. He puts a lot of his videos on Is This Real Man? So make sure you catch that one too. And keep an eye out for Moose Radio. It's a good vibe, good little community spot, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, let me check out this thing from Frequency Forge and see what the copyright potential looks like. Frequency, is this your music, your lyrics? I think it's probably okay to play. It's more inspired by than anything else. So this is your lyric. Okay, I'll play it. It's kind of cool, actually. It's we're gonna take a little journey into outer space. Here we go. And I see you in the back. Did you want to come up, or do you want me to just play it? All right, I'll go ahead and just play it. Galactic Ambitions. Check this out, y'all. Here, I'm gonna
Grew up
drop
rough
so
in
you
a
get full
system that's
screen.
rich, no hope. Hyperdrive dreams, but the struggle's how I cope. Hunger in the night, city never really sleeps. Survivors cold silence while the empire creeps. Troopers on the curb, we learn how to blend. Another day, another hustle, circle never ends. Looking at the stars out of broken glass panes. Galactic ambition running hot through my veins. No force, just streets you don't cross. Grinding like a droid, never taking a loss. Lightsabers ain't got nothing on my word. Stacking credits, no code, you ain't heard. Empire watching helmet heads on patrol. Sit in my shadow, blasters loaded, that's the goal. Corrupting corners, we're hustling in plain sight. Rebels in the dark, yeah, we don't do fright. Vader on the line, always breathing down my neck. But I move with finesse, take the wing to the set. Running through the killer credits in my hand. Blasters always ready, you won't understand. They don't get it down, never be as clear. Never trust the body, gotta stick to the plan. Running on the deck in the yummy queen. On the outlaw, sun for a forward. Yoda in the LA, whistle for a feet. Jabba in the belly, deals with the spree. Speeding on the block, stormtroopers on patrol. Only shooting one shot, control is my role. Droids on the payroll, loyalty and codes. Wookie in the back, always ready for lows. Underground kicked in us, where make all the moves. Light speed with the hustle, got nothing to prove. Running through the killing credits in my hand. Blasters always ready, you won't understand. They don't get it down, never be as clear. Never trust the body, gotta stick to the plan. Running on the deck in the yummy queen. On the outlaw, sun for a forward. Clone troopers lurking, got my scope on zoom. Leah making calls, plotting up in the room. Carbonite flows, cold when I spit. Dodging every bounty, no time to sit. Falcon in the bay, loaded for the run. Twilight on the rim, always packing the stun. That's been in the rear view, never looking back. Power in my range, got the fours that they lack. Running through the Cali credits in my hand. Blasters always ready, you won't understand. They don't get it down, never be as clear. Never trust the body, gotta stick to the plan. Running on the deck in the yummy queen. On the outlaw, sun for a forward. Running through the Cali credits in my hand. Blasters always ready, you won't understand. They don't get it down, never be as clear. Never trust the body, gotta stick to the plan. Running on the deck in the yummy queen. On the outlaw, sun for a forward.
Wow, I love the scene at the end with the girl looking over the city. Oh wow. Hey, Frequency, would you consider collaborating with Moose if we can't get Kane? Y'all might after seeing this video, y'all might come up with some interesting stuff. Yeah, I love that it was kind of a still shot but animated at the same time and it captured the spirit of the whole thing. I don't know, y'all both have interesting brains that might y'all might harmonize something. Cuz I haven't heard from Kane in a couple of days either. And he was supposed to let me know on Sunday. Mr. P, what's up? Salut. How you doing? I'm just hanging out, kind of winding down the panel. Actually, we're coming up on an hour. I will be out tonight, hopefully. I think I might be, I think I might have COVID. I need to take a test. I have this weird, I feel my cold coming back, and I have this weird, like, metallic taste in my mouth. It's changing the taste of things. And that seems different than a normal cold. Yeah, I started going live throughout the day. I do a little morning stream. I do a midday stream like this where I do like more educational topics. And in the evening, I do the community campfire where we kind of hang out and have a little more focused conversations about like real stuff, and we try to connect and go a little deeper with things, but it's still more of an open panel. And then at night, if I have a fourth stream in me, I do the regular open panels that I used to do. Um, I don't know. I never take my temp really. I have a good internal sense of when my body is heating up, and I feel a little bit of achiness. And so the whole point is like, depending on if I'm up to it, I'll be out later tonight, but I may take the night off to rest if this is hitting. But I'll probably be out. I'm pretty sure. It's very rare I could sit for very long and not want to interact. So what's up with you, Mr. P? That's Helena, that's what somebody said the other day, where they were, that the snow was starting. I mean, we are in November, I guess. It's just cold and rainy here. But I guess not cold enough for snow. Staying away from drama. Well, you are in the right place, because we are moving beyond the drama. We got the whole panelverse working together on these collaborations. We're going to have a contest next Sunday and show off our work. This is Panelverse 2.0, and I'm loving it. Well, I appreciate it. Do you still go live? You can always come hang out here. I think you would be good in the evening one, like the community circle. That's kind of your vibe. We just talk. We just have like real conversations with each other about things. Oh my God, dude. Oh, and Moose, I started jazzercising in the morning. So I make AI music and then I dance to it in the morning to get like, inspiration and get your blood going and everything. And it's working really well. I did 2 little dances today to my 70s porn music that the AI made for me. Well, we're having a lot of fun here, Mr. P. We're doing creative projects and AI art, and we have a good little vibe going. What's up? Hello? Did you mean... Oh, oh my God. I see where you're going with this. Okay. How do I minimize that and maximize us or me without... I don't want to be full screen. Let me play with the layouts. Oh, it might have been. There's no telling. I'm sure there was some reason for it. Let's see here. Well, this works because really all I need is the music, right? And y'all can hear the music. All right, look. Is this what you can hear the music, right? Oh wait, I forgot. Sorry. I don't have my shorts on from this morning. 1 second. Oh God. Poor Bob also. Looking for dance music. Pretend. This is creative work. Alright. So now, see? Panel dance. Panel dance. This is all it takes. It's music. That was the missing ingredient. And then everybody else can come up and dance, get on their screen and start dancing. And then we have a panel dance. So tonight, guess what happened? And these things wear you out too. I was sweating and hyperventilating about 10 minutes into our panel dance from last year. And we're not stuck with this music. Things. Here, I'm gonna drop it for just a sec. We got all kind of shit. Here, this is our one from our beaver party.
It's bright. It's the moon
It's the moon.
tonight. Feeling right. Feeling so right. Be the moon. Be the moon.
So you get the idea. Fun for everyone. No, Lords of AI. I made this for our Beaver Moon party.
See the light.
Oh God.
Shine so
So anyway, this is our workshop. So we're just workshopping a panel dance, but that's how it works. So that's all we were missing was the music that wasn't copyrighted, and problem solved. Look for more panel dances. We'll do our first one tonight if I don't get failed by this whatever I have hitting me right now. Whew. See? That was good. I'm already energized and panting. What do they call it? Cardio. That was cardio. I'm excited. All right. Well, panel dance tonight. So here's what'll happen. I'm gonna wrap this up. Later on this evening, we'll do that like community campfire where we just come up and talk and chat. I think that's important to keep going. That's one of the cornerstones of the community building part of this channel. And then at some point we can transition to a panel dance, or I can open up a separate stream later tonight and do a panel dance, either one. But we will have some sort of panel dance tonight. So I'll see you at the community campfire later on this evening. Mr. P, it was good seeing you. Helena, Frank and Moose as always. Frequency Forge, thank you. Very cool video. I hope we see more from you. And everyone else, thank you so much for being here. Please join us later for our community campfire and panel dance, panel rave. All right, everybody. Take care.